come up with that dog shit pick. What the fuck were we thinking? What the fuck were you thinking?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Jimnasium with me, XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only, Chase Lupine Fiasco Sessoms. What's up, buddy?
I wasn't going to do anything special for the Saints on Monday Night Football. Then I decided it was time to don the black and gold like some sort of luxurious young pharaoh.
I love how your chain pops on that shirt, by the way.
Dude, it's the black, dark red, dark blue. Like any just gangster ass color. It really, like, I haven't tried purple yet, but I'm certain that will work well.
I need to figure out the outfit combination for my new ride.
God, I was wondering how long it would take you to bring that up, and I was
seconds.
hoping it wasn't. I was on the under. I was hoping for the under. In fact,
it was no time whatsoever. I broke down. I was driving. I was working. Saw for sale an El Camino, my dream, my baby, 1981 El Camino.
Not only just an El Camino, but an El Camino SS with a 383.
Yes.
Is it loud? I gotta ask.
It's so loud.
Yes. So you can just punch it and just hear it?
Yes, 1,000%.
Like even on the highway and shit?
You hear it right away.
Oh, that's amazing. That is, dude, first of all...
You can smell it, too. That thing burns gas like a motherfucker.
It's got to get like 8 miles to the gallon, dude.
It might get double digits. It might get to 10. I don't know.
Oh, how big is the tank? It's a Chevy SS, so therefore it's a land yacht. So I got to think that's what, a 50... 75-gallon tank.
It's pretty hefty.
Yeah, man. No, that's awesome. When you got it, it made me think of the line from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What happened to the little boy who got everything you always wanted?
It's true.
He lived happily ever after.
I embraced the lifestyle on Sunday morning, the day after I got it.
Yeah.
I woke up at about 9 a.m., immediately went to my fridge, had a Miller High Life.
And then went on a cruise.
Had 3 cigarettes. Had a cruise down to the casino first thing in the morning.
Oh, my God, yes.
And hit the slots.
That's amazing. What would be nice?
And I walked away up $300. It was it was the best day ever.
It's the greatest thing that ever happened to you. How does it feel to have all your dreams come true and be a fully self-actualized person before the age of 30?
It's actually, I got it just in time. It feels really magical.
What? When's your birthday?
February.
Oh, and you'll be the big 3-0, won't you?
I'll be the big 3-0 this coming February.
Fuck beans. That's gonna be intense, man.
It's gonna be intense. I love life. I'm on cloud 9. Nothing can take me down. Give it another week for Nebraska to just bring me down, and that could bring us into college football. That'll be the transition right there.
That's a good transition from the highest of highs to for some of us the lowest. Lows.
I'll talk about it more later, but Nebraska got the win. Didn't come without cost. 2 of our 3 running backs are out for the season, so that's sick. So that's fucking sick. Awesome. Love that. Let's go to the AP Top 25. We're going to start...
Hold on. That means you're going to find the scrappiest little walk-on white running back out there who's going to be a star. And you're
right now,
Big Ten West.
we don't know who they're going to start at quarterback, so it could be the guy they had last week. Played in Kearney. He's from Nebraska, so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're going to start with receiving votes in the AP Top 25. Chase, you're not going to love it. Receiving 1 vote, Auburn.
What?
Yeah.
Just what?
Louisville, also with 1 vote.
I mean, okay.
Syracuse with 2.
I think that Syracuse might be the most under-the-radar, underappreciated team in college football right now.
They're sneaking by.
Not only they're winning games, but against lesser competition, like they hung half 100 on both of their...
They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and I think there are some teams that are not doing what they're supposed to do that are actually in the top 25 right now.
Shout out Grape Juice 7596.
That's a solid juice, man.
That's a solid. What's your grape juice?
I mean, just Welch's.
Yeah,
son.
yeah, it's Welch's all day.
Yeah. That or just purple drink, which has no grapes in it.
Wisconsin 2 votes.
No. Why are they? They're 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's Welch's all day as well.
No, they're 2 and 1. 2 and 1. Sorry.
Yeah, BYU 3 votes.
Okay, no, that's I think a underrated football team.
I think so too. I think they started off really weak. They've been getting noticeably better each and every game.
Here's what I've noticed. Here's what I noticed in our game with them was that they have dudes who will just catch everything. Mm-hmm. Like they catch everything that comes through them, which I guess comes from the experience of being a 36-year-old man playing college football.
Maryland 4 votes.
Might be underrated.
Probably. I mean, we're about that time where Maryland's going to crack the top 25, and then September ends.
Yeah, that's about right.
Kentucky with 10.
They don't deserve to be getting any votes. Like they've managed to pull away late, but they've had such trouble with all of their games so far.
It's been a battle for Kentucky. Tulane 13.
I think that's fair considering
you don't know the status of.
Yeah, and just like the manner in which they lost their one game too. Yeah. Like that was a much closer game than the score indicated.
Kansas 15.
They deserve to be creeping into the top 25.
Oh, Grape Juice is asking what we're doing. We're talking college football in the NFL. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
I think Kansas is a little underrated too. Fresno State 17. That feels disrespectful.
The disrespect to these Mountain West teams is palpable.
So I have my little list of winners and losers, Chase. I only have 2 winners on the week. Tedford and Fresno State is one of those winners. He keeps doing it. So good.
Yeah, man.
So goddamn good.
Really good coach.
TCU with 21.
No.
Kansas State with 54, just getting knocked out of the top 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels about right.
Hard luck on that one loss, which that one hurt us all. I think.
Did. Speaking of which, Missouri was 72 votes. Missouri's sneaky, dude.
I'm not sure if I think they just got lucky. I think they just had a horseshoe up their ass.
Maybe. They're sneaky though. In the East,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
East? Sneaky Missouri? Second best team in the East?
Wait, I mean, who knows? It could actually be Florida.
Could be. Clemson was 76 votes.
Dog shit. I can't believe they do that.
Which brings us to the top 25. We start with a 2-1 team. I still hate seeing any 2-1 teams in the top 25 at the moment, but whatever.
When there's so many good undefeated teams out there.
And I really hate what they've done here. So Florida at 25.
After they got just thumped by Utah, they should be on the outside looking in.
Iowa at 24.
That's about right.
That feels about right. Shout out them actually passing over the 25-point threshold this week.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. And he even raked the yard and was quiet in church, so he got the bonus check this week.
So Florida's 25. At 23, we have Tennessee.
No, they should be out after getting thumped by Florida.
How does that make sense?
How are they rated above Florida? Doesn't make sense.
Make it make sense. 22 UCLA. I feel like it feels like right. I feel like we don't know anything about UCLA at the moment.
No, we don't.
21 Washington State.
The disrespect.
My gut says that's low.
Yeah.
Like they should be higher, I think. Like they should be like fringe top 15 in my mind.
They're above some one-loss teams at least.
Number 20 Miami.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. 19 Colorado dropped 1 spot, which I mean, that's fine.
Do you think they drop a spot if they come out of that game with Travis Hunter still healthy?
I think just if it's that close still, like if it still ends up going to overtime, I think
Colorado State has been pretty bad. We'll get to that game, I'm sure. I have plenty of thoughts on it.
Same. But I think this is fine. I think Colorado's still in like a really good spot. Duke at 18.
The disrespect.
Honestly, yeah.
I think they're a top 15 team.
17 North Carolina.
I mean, yeah. That works for me.
16 Oklahoma.
They might actually be a little bit underrated, as much as I hate to say it.
It might be. I mean, they haven't really played anybody, but they've been dominating.
Yep.
Ole Miss 15.
Fair.
Yeah, fair. Oregon State 14.
Go Beavs.
Let's go Beavs.
I think that's a perfect spot for them. But yeah, that's. I mean, they've played really well every single game this year.
I'm kind of happy for Travis Etienne. Not fucking DJ Uungalele. I'm just getting Clemson players mixed up in my head.
Yeah, that's fair.
All Clemson players look alike. Alabama at 13.
No, dude. No, Alabama needs to be out the top 25. Now, I do think that there were some extenuating circumstances for how bad they looked on offense in that game. But it doesn't excuse a whole lot, which is...
No, it does not.
For the looks of it, they pretty much played in a fucking monsoon.
Yeah, I don't care. I think Alabama should be... I think they should have been out last week. I don't think this team
I agree.
should be a top 25 team.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. Like, if Nick Saban wasn't their coach, would they still be in the top 25 right now?
I doubt it. 12 LSU.
No, maybe fair. They've had the one loss. They put it on Mississippi State, though.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know if I'd have them this high, but
I think they should have dropped further and then made about the same relative leap.
They would be the only 2-1 team I would have in the top 25.
That's fair.
If it were up to me.
That's fair, but you're also a man with principles, and a lot of them.
Fair. 11 is Utah.
Maybe a little underrated. I think they're in what's going to be a tough conference, but they haven't really played anybody sans Florida.
And we don't what's the status on Cam Rising? I think that plays a factor in it too.
Yeah, I mean, they could, when they get Cam Rising back, I think they're a top 5 caliber team.
I think so too. I think they're super dangerous. Number 10, Oregon.
They maybe should be. I think all of these Pac-12 teams could be in the top 10.
I think so too. I hate to say it, but Bo Nix has looked good.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I fucking hate it.
He's also had a couple of years to get the stink of Auburn after him.
He has. It takes a little bit to wash off.
Even though it's still baked into his first name, he's managed to get some of the stink off of him.
Number 9, Notre Dame.
I think they're closer to a top 5 team, honestly.
See, I think disrespectful too, but also all of these top 9, it's hard to move people around because ahead of them, 8 is Washington.
I think they're pretty well interchangeable because but the Pac-12, Washington deserves. I could make another case for pretty much Georgia and a all Pac-12 top 10.
You could easily make that.
I mean, they've shown that they're the best conference right now.
7 is Penn State.
Yeah, about right.
About right. This is usually the Illinois game. We'll get to that one too. Is usually a game that Penn State trips up on. Congratulations for not tripping up, James Franklin.
Yeah.
Number 6, Ohio State.
Ooh, I think they're overrated, but they haven't lost yet, so
they're always going to get that recognition. I would have still had Ohio State below a lot of these teams, probably below Oregon.
Yeah.
At the very least, I'd have them as the bottom of the Big Ten, Big 3.
That's fair. I think that's fair. I still think that Ohio State's a little bit of a paper tiger. I think that Michigan's not as strong as people think. So I think they're more in the mix than – I think it's they're the bottom 3, but it's a very evenly matched 3.
Yeah, I think so. USC at 5. Sure.
Okay.
I mean –
yeah.
Again, another team that's been dominant. They haven't played a ton of competition, but they've been dominating.
If they catch the right matchup, there's still a chance they'll put up 100 points in a game this year.
Exactly. I mean, maybe that Colorado game will just be a huge shootout.
Maybe.
Number 4, they fell a spot. Florida State.
You deserve to fall a spot if you have trouble with Boston College.
Yes, you do. You maybe should have fallen farther.
I understand it was whatever red bandana day, and therefore a emotional day for the people in Chestnut Hill or whatever the hell it's called, but you still can't cut it that close.
Number 3, Texas. They pulled away late, but like
Yeah.
Wyoming's a good team. I'm not gonna discredit Wyoming to try and discredit Texas. Wyoming is a good team. Good job, Texas. That's a good win.
Wyoming gave them all that they could handle at that point, though.
Number 2, Michigan.
Okay.
Like they've played nobody, and they've looked like fine. They haven't like blown the doors off of anybody, but whatever.
Considering they were a 40-point favorite, and they barely got half of that.
I'm pretty sure they haven't covered a single one of these big spreads through the first 3 weeks.
Makes you think.
But Harbaugh was gone, so maybe he's got the crazy Harbaugh factor.
Yeah, he's currently locked away in the South African prison that Nelson Mandela was incarcerated on.
Free Harbaugh.
If you ask Michigan fans.
Number 1's Georgia. No one saw that one coming.
No, they can have these kind of close calls, even though they pulled away from South Carolina. They could play not their best game against teams like South Carolina, and they won't fall spot because they're just fucking different.
Yeah, Georgia gets the benefit of the doubt. They're that team right now.
Yeah, like they had their hands full a little bit with South Carolina, not the same as having your hands full with Boston College.
For sure. So let's just go through some of the games of the college football slate, Chase. I'm just going to pound some of them out. If anything jumps out to you, just let me know. Memphis 28, Navy 24. Watch out. This is just always a close game.
Yeah. RIP that under early. They certainly did not cover that spread. Navy had their best game of the year, hands down.
I feel like Navy always plays Memphis tough. Like, this is always a weirdly close game.
In the last couple of years they've gotten weird with unders. Like 3 years ago, it felt like that under was a lock every single game, and now I guess as they're having to like change up the offense a little bit with rule changes and everything, like they're starting to open it up a little bit more and score a little bit more.
Army 37, UTSA 29. Sticking with the service academies.
Bruh, that's
UTSA,
how I feel about
dude.
this one.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I did not have a good midweek with these games. This is another one that surprised me. The UTSA, like you can say what
disappointing.
You want, and you can say what you want about what's his name, the quarterback, them not playing him and going with the second string, but like he threw for like 300 yards and a few touchdowns. Like that wasn't the issue. The issue was the UTSA defense could not figure out the offense that Army was running. That quarterback for Army went buck wild on them.
Went fucking crazy. Air Force 39, Utah State 21. The only reason I'm including this one is because did not see a period of time this year where almost all 3 service academies got a win.
Yeah,
Navy letting the troops down.
Navy let the troops down late. This is another under that just got absolutely obliterated, and it was by one side, which made it even more demoralizing. It was like, please just stop scoring. Will you please just stop scoring now?
Calm down.
Please cease with the scoring.
LSU 41, Mississippi State 14.
Boat race.
Jesus Christ. LSU needed this.
Neck crack game.
Yeah, big old neck crack game here. Florida State 31, Boston College 29. You can't. Not this Boston College team.
Not that Boston College team. And dude, like the weather, like a little bit of an excuse, but not that big of an excuse.
No, like Florida State, you are better than this. I still believe in Florida State. And congratulations on winning this game.
Yeah, you got to win your clunkers too, man.
You got to win these shit games. Penn State 30, Illinois 13. Good job, Penn State. Usually this one's more of a heart attack than you're expecting.
Yeah, I remember when this game went to like 7 overtimes.
And the under still hit.
Yeah, amazing. Someone also did the epic Photoshop from that game with 11 offensive linemen photoshopped across the formation for Illinois.
Wake Forest 27, ODU 24. ODU's feisty, dude.
They are feisty. That's also embarrassing for Wake Forest, no matter how you cut it.
Yeah. I know Wake Forest took a step back this year, but come on.
Yeah.
Libibity 55, Buffalo 27.
Hard times in Buffalo, dude. Hard times.
They're not a good team. Losing to FCS and then getting boat raced by Liberty, not going to work.
Yeah.
Not going to be good. Missouri 30, K-State 27. Ouch.
One word, brutal.
Brutal.
I can't believe a kid hammers through a 61-yarder.
In college. I think Missouri's defense is decent. I think it's decent. I don't know. I'm not going to use the word good.
In the words of Forrest Gump, Jim, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Ohio 10, Iowa State 7.
Embarrassing. And me thinking this was a sneaky over also. Embarrassing.
Boy. Iowa State. Yikes.
I think I even sold you on this being a sneaky
over. You did.
Just bad. Ouch. Hard times. Kids, stay off the DraftKings is all I got to say. Stay off the FanDuels.
Wisconsin 35, Georgia Southern 14. Just want to reiterate, good job, Wisconsin. This is the kind of game you need to win like this.
Yeah, and Georgia Southern gave them a ball game. Like, I believe Georgia Southern was up on them for a little bit.
Yep. This was a game going into, I think, mid-third quarter. Eastern Michigan 19, UMass 17. They keep winning!
They definitely didn't cover.
No, definitely did not. No.
I think UMass is a little bit feistier than people
will
give them credit for.
Also, my rule with Eastern Michigan is I take them as dogs, fade them as favorites.
There you go.
Utah. No, I'm not even going to talk about Utah. Weber State. Fuck that. I will talk about Notre Dame 41, Central Michigan 17.
Reminiscent of the NC State game. Played with their food a little bit and then kind of took off with it.
Yep. I think Notre Dame is just that good, though. UNC 31, Minnesota 13. About what we expected. About what I expected.
Yeah, I wasn't very high on that Minnesota defense. And I'm becoming a Drake May believer the more I see.
He's so
legit.
Fun, too.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of Johnny football in him. He's a better passer. He's one of those exciting players who can keep plays alive.
Oregon State 26, San Diego State 9. Let's go, Beavs.
Yeah.
Dominant win.
I don't think that San Diego State defense offense is very good.
It's not, and the defense isn't what we're used to seeing from a San Diego State defense. It's not as good as it's been in previous years.
There goes the power of Snapdragon Stadium.
Georgia 24, South Carolina 14.
Dicked around a little bit, but got it done.
Didn't they do this with South Carolina last year too?
I think so.
I think Rattler's actually a fucking good quarterback. He looks good, dude.
Yeah, I'm thinking the only time I saw him so far this year was really in the opener against North Carolina, and it seemed that he had little to no protection against North Carolina. With a little bit of protection, I think he's pretty good.
Oklahoma 66, Tulsa 17. Oklahoma's just going to keep doing this to teams.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit that this is considered like a road game for them, considering it was in Tulsa.
It's bullshit that this is considered like a schedule. It's
right.
So easy, dude. It's
right.
Duke 38, Northwestern 14.
Big story here is people undertaking the undertaker all week because this one
they defied you.
Dude, a garbage time touchdown that they allowed to Northwestern did it to me. Brutal. That jacked up a same game parlay with was it Duke 16.5, Riley Leonard over 37 rushing yards.
I saw you in the group chat just going nuts.
No.
Rutgers 35, Virginia Tech 36. Rank Rutgers. You know what? Fuck it.
Hold on. Did they lose though?
No.
What'd you say the score was?
Rutgers 35, Virginia Tech 16.
Oh, I thought you said Virginia Tech 36. I was like, how did I not notice this?
Rutgers 35, Virginia Tech 16. Rank Rutgers.
Rank Rutgers, dude. Rank the Golden Guido and Knuckles.
Do it.
Yeah,
why not? Give them a week to shine.
For sure.
Virginia Tech, Jesus. Just no.
Yeah.
FIU 24, UConn 17.
Maybe UConn's not as peppy as we thought they were.
No, I think I was wrong about UConn.
And we might have also been concurrently wrong about the airport. The airport's played fairly well this season.
They played very close. App State 43, ECU 28.
We were thinking this was going to be an App State letdown game, but they handled business.
I'm going to flat out say I think I was wrong about ECU. I was way higher on ECU this year than you were, Eric, and I was just probably wrong.
Everyone wants to cheer for a Pirate.
It's true. Alabama 17, USF 3.
Ugh. Just offense
This
problems.
Alabama offense this was just a growth. If you watch this game, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It happened in a monsoon, so you have to take it with a little grain of salt. But at the same time, like, how does a program like Alabama currently not have a good quarterback on the roster?
No idea. And this Alabama defense is really good. I will say that. I think it is like a good Alabama defense.
Yeah, I mean,
well, to be seen, like Texas made him a little suspect, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. When Alabama's had a good defense, like I've never seen receivers running as wide open as they were in that Texas game.
That's fair. Iowa 41, Western Michigan 10.
R.I.P. the Undertaker.
In what planet did you foresee Iowa scoring 41 points?
Oh man, they even had an Iowa touchdown. A safety.
Yep.
In that game, dude, it was Iowa, just a good old fashioned Iowa City shootout is what we got.
I wonder what they're averaging now after this blowout.
Probably close to 30 something.
I have no idea because they didn't even hit 20. They haven't hit 25 yet. So
I'd say, yeah, but this one inflates it. They'll be sitting at what, like 50? They're sitting around like 90, so they're averaging around 30 a game.
There you go. They're making it. Tulane 21, Southern Miss 3. Just good job, Wave. Win these games.
Yeah, man. Tulane's a great football program. Like, it sucks that they lost to Ole Miss and people are going to forget about them, but that might be the last game they lose all season.
Yep. Cal 31, Idaho 17. I just want to shout out Cal. Idaho's not a terrible FCS.
Just the Berkeley point explosion, crazy, insane.
It's blowing my mind right now.
Touchdown, Chris Olave.
Oh fuck yeah. Washington 41, Michigan State 7. I don't even feel like it was that close.
Yeah, there was an interim and there was no rallying around him. That was one that, like, you want to play because of the rally around the interim, but I'm really glad that we stayed the hell away from that one.
Very, very, very. Toledo 21, San Jose State 17. I'm just mentioning this one because I had the over in this game and I was flat out wrong. Not a lot of offense going on.
Oof.
Speaking of oof, South Alabama 33, Oklahoma State 7. What are we doing here?
I'm not sure if I don't even think that USA is as talented as a USA team as they. So I don't know what the hell's going on in Stillwater.
They are. Ugh.
And now they'll end up winning the rest of their games and suddenly be in the Big 12 championship game, just in true Oklahoma State fashion.
That would be just perfect. James Madison 16, Troy 14.
Yeah, okay.
So I have JMU listed in my losers category just because they might be the best team in the Sun Belt 2 years in a row and won't get to play for the championship.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Fair. That's fair.
UNLV 40, Vanderbilt 37. Vandy, I had hopes.
They could still hit that over in their season total.
They could.
The chances are getting fewer and fewer now.
UNLV, feisty.
Feisty. I mean, I kind of expect that out of a Barry Odom team, though.
Yep, that's fair. Nebraska 35, NIU 11. God, we needed this.
You did. You didn't really quite crack the neck, but you won. So good.
No, it was a win. We were trying out a new quarterback. Ran the ball well. Like I said, 2 running backs out for the season now.
Yeah.
Out for the season. I'm trying to remember. There was 3 players, 2 of them were running backs. Let me see who exactly they were again. Dwight Boodle II, Gabe Irvin, and Ramir Johnson all out for the season.
You need a running back named Kit so you can have the kit and caboodle.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Also,
that's exactly how you should be recruiting people, is to come up with great, name tandems.
Also, I do believe that tight end, that Nebraska recruiter who got booted from the team for stealing vapes, just got busted for stealing more vapes.
The addiction is real.
Yeah, he really wants them vapes. And NIL money's just not enough.
It's not. It's not.
Where was I? Miami of Ohio, 31. Cincinnati, 24. Let's go, Red Hawks.
Yeah. There goes what people were thinking about Cincinnati.
I knew this game was going to be close. Did not think that Miami was going to win it. Good job, Miami. Shout out the MAC. Pretty decent week for the MAC.
I would say
all
so.
Things considered.
I would say so.
Coastal Carolina 66, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Syracuse 35, Purdue 20. Orange
I
thought it
was a sneaky spot for Purdue, but damn it.
So did I.
I'm glad I only played the total for the over. Guess what? That didn't hit either.
Nope.
And I will say that, let's start getting. We started this last year. Let's continue it. Let's start trying to get some hype for the shredder for fucking Heisman, because this kid is doing everything. Like, he's running for 160 yards. He's throwing for close to 200 yards. Like, he might be the best athlete in college football playing quarterback right now.
I'm rooting for him hard. West Virginia 17, Pitt 6. I think Pitt's just bad.
Dude, listen, they debuted the Country Roads uniforms for West Virginia.
That's fair.
For that game. Pitt never had a chance.
That's fair. They never had a chance walking in there. Chase, I'm sorry. BYU 38, Arkansas 31.
Not only was this a trap game, but that game was on crack cocaine.
Yes, it
all
was.
Smoked up on crack cocaine. It was wild, dude. And realistically, we should have won it. It's also just where it fell in the schedule. I didn't think that they were going to be focused for it. And it turns out, I have a feeling whenever you're up 2 scores in the game twice and still manage to lose by a touchdown, you might not be the most focused bunch.
Yeah, probably not. Kentucky 35, Akron 3. Was really hoping Akron would come to play in this one.
They were within a few seconds of covering that first half alternate line at plus 140.
Yeah. Ugh, poor Zips. Michigan 31, Bowling Green 6, as we mentioned earlier. I'm just putting this one in here because Michigan continues to not cover these spreads. They're kind of sleepwalking through the schedule. They're not going to be able to continue that going forward.
So the great Twitter account that's devoted to the Wire, Ziggy's Duck, tweeted at me during this game after I admitted on Twitter that the last 3 quarterbacks at Michigan have turned into a weird name mush up for me, where they've all just merged into one quarterback named Cade McFitzhugh O'Shaughnessy.
I like it.
And I tweeted that, and then the great Ziggy's Duck Twitter that is devoted to the Wire sends me a picture from the sideline, and apparently once he took off his sweatshirt and revealed his Frank Sabatka for Union President shirt from the Wire, Michigan went off. So we might have found the one thing that can trump the embarrassment that is Harbaugh, and that's
the swag
at Ziggy's Duck on Twitter.
He has the power.
Yeah.
Ole Miss 48, Georgia Tech 23. This is a good win.
Yeah, it's a good win. I think this Georgia Tech team is surprisingly feisty. They had no quit in them whenever they got beat by Louisville in the opening week. They still played hard. So somehow they're managing to make Haynes King, who is a Texas A&M quarterback, look good. Go figure.
It's pretty crazy. New Mexico State 27, New Mexico 17. Congratulations, New Mexico State. You win the state.
Way to go. Enjoy that Albuquerque Turkeys.
Texas 31, Wyoming 10. Wyoming was in this one for a minute.
Dude, this Wyoming football team is good. Look out for them in Mountain West play. They play a style of ball where they can really control the game. They run really well. Yeah, look out for this Wyoming team.
Sacramento State 30, Stanford 23.
We got that one right, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. Shout out to JD Fox, who got me looking at this game, and he said it might be worth the points. I said I think I might like the money line. I love the Sac State team.
I'm with you there. They're fun. They're fun. They're feisty. TCU 36, Houston 13. Is Dana in trouble?
Might be. I don't know. I think he'll get a pass on it being their first year in the Power 5. You also have to consider that this team, I had the stat whenever we were doing the look at the Big 12. Houston is 0 for their last 14 against Power 5 teams.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Oregon 55.
Oh, go ahead. Excluding a win against Auburn in the Birmingham Bowl. Got to get that one.
Oh, yeah.
That one, Dana, that shiny chrome ass trophy. It's just a dude's chrome ass. Just buff it and wink.
Oregon 55, Hawaii 10.
That's about what we expected.
About what we expected there. Colorado 43, Colorado State 35. This game was fucking electric. I was entertained throughout.
You know what? I'm going to, even though they won, I'm going to say that Colorado's the big loser of the week.
Oh, for sure.
For one, I really think they let Colorado State and the whole hat and sunglasses thing just get way blown out of proportion and get into their head. This was their first time with the full blown hype train behind them. I'm talking, they had ESPN First Take there with Stephen A. Smith live. Game day. Pat McAfee did his show live. Big noon kickoff. There was fucking The Rock was just stumbling
Kawhi
around
Leonard
campus
was there.
always. Yeah. And
they did a 60 Minutes was there.
Yeah, dude. I think that they're good, but I think that they might be susceptible to the hype at a later date.
It's got to be hard to keep focus. I'm just it's got to be hard to keep focus as a college player.
And so then you add that to the injury of Travis Hunter, which it looks like he's going to be out 3 weeks.
Did you see that the player that did it on Colorado State, his family has been receiving death threats?
I did see that.
Yeah. That's kind of, yeah.
That's how you know the hype is too high.
Yeah. Because you get so many people, love Dion, love what he does for the sport. The issue I have with Colorado and what he does is they bring so many eyes for people that don't care about college football as a whole, and they just care about, and they give their dumbass opinions all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. It's it's like when the Red Sox, whenever they made their World Series run you get that sort of bandwagon, and they'll claim that they've been Colorado fans their entire lives and all that shit. The only person I honestly believe that was a Colorado fan their entire life, only person, is Colby Dan.
Yeah.
Literally the only person that I believe.
Yep. I'm right there with you. Oh, no. BJ Beatty, ex-league legend. Believe him too. He played at Colorado, though, so
Fair.
That doesn't count.
That's.
This game was thoroughly entertaining. So many penalties. And Jay Norvell, I just want to have a sit down. When you're Colorado State and you go into overtime, just go for two. Go for the two. You have a shot to win the game at the 2.5 yard line. Instead, you go to the double overtime, and you have to win it on a 4th and 15 now.
Yeah.
Just go for two.
I agree. I think more. I understand the playing it safe a little bit, but the more and more I've watched these college overtimes, the more I think that if you have the ball second, just go for the two. Go for the two.
Especially if you're the dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Fresno State 29, Arizona State 0. Yikes.
Toot. Trains rolling, baby. I love these Bulldogs.
Fresno State, Wyoming, Mountain West Conference Championship would be must-watch TV.
What is it with me and small, Mountain West / Big Sky colleges from the Central Coast area of California?
I don't know, dude. Something about that meth in Fresno just tastes different.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it has me up late watching them games.
Kansas 31, Nevada 24. Kansas, you can't let Nevada. I don't care how bad Kansas is historically. You can't let this Nevada team hang around. You can't.
Yeah, but they won their clunker. That's the
They
important
did. They
thing.
did. Important to win this kind of game, but
Yep.
don't let it happen again.
That's
Arizona
it's a
31.
Kansas team that just needs 3 more wins for another bowl eligible year.
It's true. I'm glad I didn't bet on them. Arizona 31, UTEP 10. UTEP is just terrible. We already knew that.
Yep. Dana Dimmel even says so.
Yeah, he did. Last bit of college news I wanted to bring up before we move on to the NFL, Chase. So, SMU is moving to the ACC, along with a couple other teams. But unlike the other teams, they didn't take any TV money.
Right.
Did you see the news that came out?
Yeah.
Where in like a week's time, they raised $100 million?
Yeah, their boosters can raise that much money in in a couple hours is what someone essentially said.
I love it.
That's absurd. That is just some Texas absurdity right there. That's insane.
I love it so much. Bring back the Pony Excess.
Dude, I mean, the Pony Excess is legal. Someone held up a sign at game day, I think the first weekend, and it said SMU did NIL before it was cool.
They did.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, they did.
Let's go. NFL now. Vikings 28, Eagles 34.
Good for, I don't know. The Eagles seem to get it together a little bit. They've got injuries in the secondary that made the game a little bit closer than it should have been, though.
And Kirk Cousins again walks away with a loss with a great stat line.
Pretty much.
Yep. Packers 24, Falcons 25. The balls. Balls.
I'll have you know that this was the one leg I missed on a 5-leg parlay yesterday.
Oh, brutal.
I had the Packers on the money line.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Falcons were gutsy with it, though.
I hit everything else. I hit the Colts on the money line. I had who was it? The Buccaneers minus 2.5. I had the fucking Ravens plus 3.5. Everything except for that win. Goddamn Packers.
Raiders 10, Bills 38.
It's just a smackdown.
This is a neck crack right here.
Yeah. Josh Allen had a lot to prove, and he done did it.
Ravens 27, Bengals 24.
I think that the Bengals are in trouble. I don't think that Joe Burrow's healthy. Also, this is his got his bag year, so production is probably going to be down. And I think that the Ravens are probably looking, in my opinion, to be the best bet to win that division.
I think so too. The Ravens are looking legit.
Yeah, and they're doing it even with injuries at running back because Dobbins, he blew his shit out the first game, and then you've got who seems like he's perpetually injured now. Marlon Humphrey's out.
Yup. I think Ravens are the best team in that division. Seahawks 37, Lions 31. This is just always a fun game every year.
Dude, I think the Lions committed the mortal sin of feeling yourself a little bit too early with the whole ski mask thing, which as owners of ski masks, we get it.
Oh, I get it.
They're awesome. Not as awesome as the ones that we own, but they're awesome.
We got to break those out one of these weeks.
Yeah, I'm telling you, once it just gets a little bit colder, I'm game, because otherwise I'll just
you'll be sweating the whole show.
Saturated.
I just love how this is a great classic game, super fun. Geno went off, and Tyler Lockett is just so crisp. I'm going to use that word. I'm going to use crisp.
I feel like you get 2 solid Geno goes off games a year now.
Yep. Colts 31, Texans 20.
They win, but they lose.
Yeah. I mean, how long's he out, you think?
At least another week.
Probably. He looked good, though. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first... Was the first quarter?
I think so. The good news is, you have capable hands as a backup.
Oh, yeah. Richardson looks good, though.
He does. He looks... Well, it's not long before the criticism becomes he can only run the ball.
That's fair. Also, I get that they keep losing. I think C.J. Stroud looks good.
I haven't watched him yet. I've just seen some kind of stinky stat lines, though.
I just don't understand. Like, you're the Texans. You have this rookie. He threw for 47 times. He threw the ball 47 times in this game.
That's insanity. Of course, you were playing from behind for most of it.
That's fair, but, like, I think he's thrown for over 40 these first 2 weeks.
All right.
Which is, I don't know why you would try and keep up that pace.
Yeah. Just hope he's protected, otherwise you're going to get him killed.
He's not going to be. I think he's been sacked. He's on pace to get sacked like a bajillion times.
He was actually questionable heading into that game.
Yeah, he's going to die.
Yeah.
Chiefs 17, Jaguars 9. Gross game.
Yeah, but the Chiefs did what they needed. They're going to be fine. They just had personnel issues in the first game.
They'll be fine, and they always, like, I don't know. Like, losing your first game hurts, but the Chiefs will be the Chiefs. I will not believe in the Chiefs.
Yeah, and it's not like Jacksonville's a bad team by any means.
Yeah. Bears 17, Bucks 27.
But you know who is a bad team?
The Bears might be the worst team in the NFL.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down. By the way, I think I watched a lot of the college football game that was between the worst two teams just in college football flat out because it was an FBS and an FCS school.
Oh, probably.
Arkansas State and Stony Brook might be the worst college football teams out there. They
might be. They really might be. Yeah. Justin Fields is not the guy.
No, he's not. He's not. If you're wanting a Ohio State quarterback hero, I think you're gonna have to look to hope maybe C.J. Stroud because it ain't Justin Fields.
Nope. I will say, Baker's back to being fun to watch to me. I'm back on rooting for Baker.
He's always a little bit fun to watch. I think he's a little bit of a douchebag, but I don't think he's so much of a douchebag that I like really actively root against him at this point.
He walks a fine line. He's not quite Johnny. He's not Johnny Manziel.
No. But if he gets into some cocaine, he might end up being.
He might be. He walks a very fine line.
Very
Chargers,
fine line.
24, Titans 27. The Chargers can, like, I don't know. Your defense cannot keep doing this to you.
No. But I mean, they have a word for this, and it's charging.
Yeah.
So.
They made Ryan Tannehill look fucking like one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Right.
You can't do it. You can't.
No.
Giants 31, Cardinals 28. What a comeback!
Banger of a game.
This game was fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. Because I'm not gonna lie. Like, I kind of think that if they had lost to the Cardinals there, I would full on say like your season is fucked.
Mm-hmm. I would have been all out on the Giants. Danny Dimes looked good. Hopefully, I don't know the full status on Saquon.
I think he's supposed to miss 3 weeks. That's a sprained ankle.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's not good. Like, them without Saquon just doesn't work. It seems like
they're not going to be great.
You just look at, like, last year was the first season that he was healthy in a long time, and they went to the playoffs. Like, they really can't afford him to miss, like, any time at all.
And the Cardinals, yeah.
I mean, they're going to be bad. Like, they're just kind of all we expected them to be is bad.
49ers 30, Rams 23. Shout out Sean McVay for getting the cover.
Yeah, shout out for that. He always plays, no matter how good San Francisco is, he always plays San Francisco in a close game.
Yeah.
And same thing with no matter how good the Rams are, San Francisco always plays the Rams a close game.
This is always like a pretty close game. The 49ers, I think, are my top team right now. Like, hands down. For me.
I would have a hard time arguing with that. Like, the Cowboys might belong in that discussion a little bit.
They might. They might.
They sure didn't do much on offense yesterday against the Jets. But then again, the Jets defense is also, it sucks for Jets fans so much. We'll talk about that game.
Yeah, speaking of which, Jets 10, Cowboys 30.
The Jets defense is elite, and the Jets offense is boo-boo.
Yeah. Welcome. This is the story of last year.
Yeah, which has to be when you fucking saw the close-up of Aaron Rodgers' calf muscle the moment that his Achilles popped and his calf muscles started fucking shaking like a stripper on the pole. Like, you kind of knew this was, you hold out hope that Zach Wilson's going to keep getting better. Like, I don't think he's been quite as bad as he was.
That first half was decent.
So I think that there's going to be more, like, he's going to keep growing, and it's not like a lost cause, but it don't look good.
Do you go after a quarterback if you're the Jets?
Do you go after a quarterback, or do you sit back and wait and say we'll have our year next year when Aaron Rodgers is healthy? But will he get healthy is the problem.
That's the thing. I've also seen some people say, like, what if the Vikings go 0-3 and want to try and trade Kirk Cousins?
Instead of having to pay him?
Yeah.
Dude,
would the Jets want to pick him up?
At this point, like, what would the Jets have to do to, like, move the money to make that even possible?
I have no idea.
Woody have to sell his chain.
Ooh.
You've seen Woody's chain, right?
You have.
Yeah.
They might have to go back to Kirk Cousins. They might not be able to afford Kirk Cousins.
They might not. Unless he sells all that chain, man. He'll have to, man. That God, you know what spoils everything is when white people wear chains, and Woody just really ruined everything. I don't count.
No, you don't count.
I don't count.
Commanders 35, Broncos 33. Is it weird that I think the Broncos look way better than last year, but like don't have the results for it?
Is it funny that whenever Russ threw that Hail Mary, the thing that ran through my mind as soon as it left his hand, it was like fluttering, was that was the weakest Hail Mary, and somehow it took like 6 tips for it to actually make it to the end zone. He threw it from like the 50. I think he might just have a baby arm. He might just have a little bitty baby arm.
But I feel like Russ also just has like weird luck with Hail Marys.
He does, because he had the Fail Mary to start his career. Yeah, I think he's got a shriveled little baby arm now at this point. Like, and I don't know. Like, I'm kind of wondering how long Sean Payton's going to stick with Russ. Like, because I get the distinct impression that he does not like him in the slightest.
Danuge is waiting.
He's on that practice squad. He's a gunslinger. He's what Sean Payton needs.
If I see Ben DiNucci start a game, I'm going to cream my pants.
If I see, I'm going to like giggle with glee as he inexplicably throws like 15 sidearm passes when a regular pass would have done just fine.
And I will giggle when he throws the best touchdown you'll see all week, and then the dumbest interception.
Yeah. You think that he only does that in XFL games? No, he'll take it up another notch in the NFL.
Also, shout out the Commanders. Shout out Washington for being 2-0.
For sure, man. For sure. They looked good coming back. I think they've got something. Sam Howell. I can understand why they were so confident in Sam Howell now and not, re-signing Heineke or anything like that. Like he looks definitively to be the guy.
Dolphins 24, Patriots 17.
Yeah,
This is a fun game.
Dolphins handle business. I mean, they're one of the most talented teams, like from a roster standpoint, in the league. They're fast as lightning. But Bill Belichick's going to take away the one thing you do best. So, like Tyreek Hill didn't have a huge game, but they've got a whole bunch of other people who are really fucking fast, like Raheem Mostert.
I'm so happy that we have Mostert. The running back situation is something that I am very happy with right now.
Yeah, you've got an insane running back room. Tua looks good. I think Tua looks even better than he did last season before he got injured.
I just have to pray that he stays healthy. That's all. I'm praying he stays healthy. As long as he's healthy, we're fine.
He practiced falling all off season, so that's going to help, right?
I would think. He'll roll through it now.
For sure. Yeah, he'll just every time he'll just pop up and yell jiu-jitsu.
Chase, congratulations. Saints 20, Panthers 17.
Yeah, gave up a garbage time touchdown, but the offense came alive a little bit against a Carolina defense that's not too shabby.
I don't think the Panthers are as bad as I expected them to be.
No, I do think that they're going to kind of keep getting better as the year goes on. Because I really don't think that Bryce Young is far away from having it figured out. Like, he's still makes a couple rookie mistakes, but I mean, he looks like he absolutely. I mean, he understands what's happening on the field. Like, he doesn't seem to put the ball into harm's way an incredible amount whenever he's passing either. Good. So yeah.
And as we're discussing this right now, Steelers are up 19-14 on the Browns.
Man, talk about, I don't know. I think they just might be too mediocre to bordering on bad football teams. Plus, you have Nick Chubb carted off in this game.
Oosh. That hurts.
Yep, first quarter. Only got a quarter Chubb. Brutal. So they might be hard times for the Browns because it's not like they have Kareem Hunt anymore unless they want to re-sign him again. Has he been signed yet? I don't think he has.
I'm looking it up right now.
I know he visited a few places and he sounded like he was holding out for a better offer. This might have been the moment he was holding out for.
No, he's unsigned.
Welcome back to the Cleveland Browns, Kareem Hunt, I bet.
Yeah. Probably.
He probably got the phone call during while Nick Chubb was on the ground.
They probably called him up on their emergency phone.
The Brown phone.
Oh, yeah. Chase, is there anything else you'd like to talk about from this week?
No, I think we got it all, Jim.
I would like to shout out everyone struggling in Vegas right now with all the hacks going on. Not being able to play your slots or check into your hotel rooms has to be fucking brutal in Vegas.
That's insane. Why would anyone commit such an act of terrorism? Why?
Because they're terrible people.
God,
they just want to see the world burn.
Awful people in this world.
Dude, I saw the line at the Luxor was like, I think someone said they were waiting for 8.5 hours to check into their hotel.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so glad that did not happen when we were there. I would have flipped.
Yeah, I agree.
Other than that, nothing else going on. Love you guys. Make sure you tune into all our shit. Chase's podcast, my shows. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week for another episode of the